Alright, this is Cheryl with Christ-Centered Gamer, answering the question if Christian kids and video games can coexist. And that really depends on the video game being played and the Christian that's playing them. So everyone has like different convictions, alright? Some people don't like violence. And you know, I don't see too many games these days offering the option to turn down the violence like I used to. If it is there, I always choose to do that. You know, less blood is better, so, you know, but that's that. But there are some Christians that play violent games and it doesn't faze them. So does that make them any less Christian? No, everyone's, you know, wired a little bit differently. Other Christians don't like games with swearing or blaspheming in them. You know, I always cringe when I hear the Lord's name taken in vain. I don't like it. But does that mean I'm gonna return a game? You know, it depends. Some other games have, you know, sexual content in them, and sometimes it's unavoidable. You know, there are popular games that you just, it's part of the story to either see a sex scene or partake in one. So that's something that definitely, you know, should be taken into consideration. And some games, a lot of games these days are promoting homosexuality and, you know, sex outside of marriage. And so that's not really good. Let's see, the one thing that, you know, made me start the site, Christ-Centered Gamer, or ccgr.org at the time, was a game that had occult magic in it. So, you know, some games, you know, some RPGs will have like healing spells, and, you know, I don't mind, you know, healing. You know, if I'm injured, I don't care if it's a first aid kit or, you know, heal spell, whatever, you know, just heal me and let me get back and back in the fight. So, you know, so sometimes there's magic like that, but other times there are games like necromancy, or, you know, just even darker magic, you know, where you're calling up legions of undead to fight alongside with you. Or the game that, you know, had me start the site, in order to make magic of any kind, I had to collect reagents and put them around a pentagram and light candles, and that's just an occult ritual right there, and I wasn't comfortable. And so I personally don't like games that have you know, like pentagrams and things like that, dark, you know, necromancy, or, you know, things like that in them. But that doesn't mean there are Christians that that don't mind it, and everyone has, you know, different convictions. You know, just look at it this way: if you're playing a game and you don't feel right playing it, you probably shouldn't be. So it really depends on how strict you want to be. You know, think, you know, if you want to have, if you're a parent, you know, think of the game as like, would I play this in front of my kids? Or if you're a kid, would I play this game, you know, with my pastor sitting next to me? So, you know, there's all different different kinds of rules, and there's all different kinds of games. Now, you know, it's like movies or music or books. There's some really trashy ones out there, but there are some good gems as well, and not all of them are bad. There are some really, you know, really neat ones that you can actually learn from. I haven't seen too many Christian games lately, to be honest, but there are still a lot of family-friendly games out there. You know, you can't go wrong with racing games. You know, every year we compile a list around Christmas time to have the most fun and family-friendly games that we've played throughout the year. So if you're ever looking for a good game, check out the Christ-Centered Gamer's Christmas Buying Guide, and hopefully from there, those are the ones that are the most fun and most family-friendly, because it's a hard mix, to be honest. You know, a lot of games are family-friendly, but they're just not that fun. Or, you know, there's the games that are really fun, but they're just not, they shouldn't be played by, you know, children or Christians for that matter. So I hope this helps answer some questions. Thank you for watching. God bless.